Now in a previous video we showed how to do the framing for this 10 by 10 foot Gothic design greenhouse. Today we're going to put the plastic on. Now we use a 12 by 24 piece of 6 mil UV stabilized plastic. I've marked it right here before I put the plastic on. It's good to mark it in the center of the plastic. That way when you get the center up there, then you have the right amount hanging off on each side so you don't come up short. A little bit hard to do with the wind blowing, so we've got most of this on here, and I'm going to show you. These poles here are the scissor doors that we installed on the previous video. Now I'm going to come over here, and we've got, you want to be sure and pull this plastic good and snug, and we've trimmed off the plastic on the ends where at least we have about 6 or 8 inches overlapping here, and that gives us plenty of room to put these little handy little snap clips on like that. And then we come down here, pull it good and tight, and snap that on right there. Now I've got that down there snug. We're going to put more snap clips on later, but because once we get the ends on, we're going to have to remove some of these so that we can get these on, but I want to hold that plastic snug for now. I'm going to go down here to the other end, and I'm going to pull my plastic nice and tight. And I'm going to put one of these snaps. Well, that, okay. Now that'll hold that. And I think I'm going to put one right here. Now the easiest way to do these ends is to lay, now we have an extra hoop because we're building more than one. If you're not building more than one, you might do this before you put your last hoop on your frame. Lay your plastic that you're going to use for your ends out on the ground. Lay your hoop down on the plastic, and then take a marker and mark around the outside edge so you know exactly the shape of your plastic. We've used a red marker. You can use whatever color you need, but just make the shape of the hoop on your plastic. Okay, now I've got the ends of my plastic that I cut. Now these snaps that we've already put on here, we'll have to take off. Now these red marks that you made on your plastic, you have to bring those to the inside just 2 or 3 inches. That allows you enough plastic to wrap around your scissor door frame. Take the snap off and then put it back on. And then come down here. Leaving your mark toward the inside a little ways. This one off. This is why I don't put too many on to begin with. Just enough to hold the plastic good and straight, because I'm going to have to take them off, put them back on. Okay. Okay, now I've got this door, the plastic already put on this door with my snaps. Got it good and tight. And attached it with my mark to the inside. Okay, I'm going to make sure that my doors will come together here. and then pull my plastic as far as I need to and put one of these clamps on it like that, making sure you've got plenty of room to shut your door. Now you can always add more snap clamps, as many as you want to make it look as tight as you want it. Okay, now the doors are open like this, and they'll close like this. Now what we've done to close these doors is take some Tek screws and screw them to the tubing back to back. And that way you can take your door, bring it over, and it just snaps right in like that, and that'll hold it. Now if you have any problem with your clamps getting loose or coming off, they shouldn't, but if you do, you can always take a Tek screw, self-drilling Tek screw, and drill right through the plastic into the tubing like this. And it'll hold that snap clamp to the tubing where it won't come off. Now, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to make it just look a little neater, you can always, when you get everything on there, you can always take a piece of scissors and trim it off just a little bit. You don't have to, but you can if you want to make it look nice. Okay, now that we've got it all on here, I'm going to show you when you want to hold these doors open on either or both ends, all you have to do then with this scissor door is pull it open like this. You can poke, there's a end of the purlin here. You can poke anything in there. It won't hurt to poke a hole in the plastic. Just poke a hole in there. And then I've got a piece of bent rebar. I use that a lot. Okay, and then come back. You can hold your door open by just propping it on the back side of it. Anything you want to put in there, hold that door open. Do the same thing on this other side. Now, if you prefer to tie it back with a string, you can always poke a little hole in your plastic, run you a string or a rope through, preferably right above this purlin. It's a way to, you can always tie it back with a rope somehow if you prefer to do it that way. Like I said with my scissor door over there a while ago, I use these bent pieces of rebar for a lot of things. They're handy. And what I've done here is put one of these stakes, just a bent piece of rebar like this, and hammered it into the ground over my base rail, and that holds that steady.